Hey guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing a palette bingo, which I haven't done on here in a while, but I thought it would be fun to play with a palette that I have mixed feelings about. I was thinking ideating a video of like products that disappointed me, and this was the first one that came to mind. It was the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, and while I was kind of piecing together products for that video, I was having a hard time remembering exactly what I didn't love about this palette, but I also very clearly remembered feeling about it and like never wanting to reach for it when I was like had it on a daily basis or had it at my disposal on a daily basis. I did hit pan on one shade. This was in my 2020 project pan, I believe, that I did for most of 2020. I hit all of my goals, wrapped it up in like August, and then I started my channel in like September. So this never really got talked about on camera, but I wanted to revisit it today to see if it really belonged in that products that disappointed me video. So I am going to play with it kind of randomly. I'm going to randomly generate 3 shades. Well, let's do 4 shades between 1 and 12. Okay, so I pulled the same shade twice, which is the universe telling me to do 3 shades, I think. Let's look at these. Actually, I might pull 1 or 2 more shades. Starting from left to right, I have 9, 1, 5, and 5. So 1 is this matte cream. It's called Hotspot. Then I have the shade 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is the shade Juicy. And then 9, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the shade Devilish. Okay. So these are the 3 shades that I pulled the first time around. I am going to randomly generate 2 more shades because this is just going to set my primer. I got 3 and 3. Okay, so shade 3 is the shade Bang Bang. You can see Bang Bang right there. It's a NARS Orgasm-esque shade pink with a gold shift. You've got Devilish, which is a burgundy. Juicy is a peach, and then Hotspot is just a matte cream. So I'm going to put on some eye primer, take a second to think, and then I will be right back with what I'm going to do with this color story. Okay, starting with our first shade, I'm going to take Hotspot and just set the crease area where I put that eye primer. And then I'm going to take Juicy in the crease. I remember using the shade Juicy a lot when I did have this rolled into my project. If I remember correctly, I would do a lot of looks that were this shade in the crease and then the shade Turn On the lid, which is like a light champagne-y color. And then I did a lot of shades that were more burgundy with feels in the crease, and then the deeper shades in the outer corner. I think one of the things that I didn't love about this palette is how much fluff it kicks up. There's less so with the Juicy shade, but there's definitely a lot with the Hotspot shade, and there was a good amount with the Juicy shade. Messy. Then I'm going to take the shade Devilish and start building it up on the outer, upper lash line and into the crease. I think I'm going to take the Hotspot shade and pat it on the inner corner, like inner corner and like upper portion of the eye. I did let the shape get a little bit out there, so I'm not going to add too much more depth, but I'm going to take the shade Privacy and I'm just going to line my outer lash line with that shade, just to add a little bit of depth. And then I'm going to take the Bang Bang shade and I'm going to pop it in my inner corner. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to step back from the eyeshadow. I'm going to quickly go put on some mascara and a lip, and I will be right back. So this is the finished look with the lip and the mascara. I think it turned out really pretty. I'm not mad at it. I do feel like this took a little bit more blending than a typical all matte kind of neutral look would for me on a daily basis. So I think this did confirm kind of why I tend to not reach for this palette, but I do think that doing this challenge was a really fun way to revisit the palette in a way that was more neutral. I wasn't really deciding what I was putting on my eyes. The shadows were rolled and then I just kind of had to make those shadows work. So I do think that this would be a very easily duped look with my Sultry palette, with maybe my Tati palette, with my Huda Beauty new nude palette for sure. There's a lot of palettes on the market with these kinds of orangey and burnt like berry tones in them. So I don't think that this palette is a must-have, but if you do have it, it can be fun to revisit every once in a while. So that is everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed it. And without further ado, I hope you are having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.